There are 10 items in my life that have drastically improved my life. And these 10 items are under $100. These items are game changers. I will never, or try to never, go without these items for the rest of my life. These items make my life easier, happier, and better. Let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about, the first thing that's had a major change, a major improvement effect on my life, is an extra monitor. And this is a monitor in addition to the regular monitor that I use. There is actually evidence that shows an extra monitor in addition to the one you already have, actually improves performance when you go to study or do work or something like that. The monitor doesn't need to be crazy expensive either. I mean, the monitor I bought a couple years ago was only $89. And the monitor I'm giving you guys, unfortunately, is like 103, so it breaks the rule, but I promise it's only one of two things to break the rule. And I put this extra monitor as the first thing on my list because it would be the first thing I buy from this list. An extra monitor has drastically improved my life, and I will be using one forever. Item number 2, the second best purchase I have under $100 is a rice cooker. This is huge. Not the rice cooker. The rice cooker is actually pretty small, but the impact, the benefit that this rice cooker had in my life is huge. And I know I just said that about the monitor, but really the rice cooker makes my life so much easier. I don't have to think about it. I used to cook rice on the stove in a pot, but really you just plug the rice in, add a certain amount of water, and then it's all done from there. It does the timer for you on its own, and it's just easy. I would always get the measuring ratio incorrect. I would always add too much water or too little water. I would leave the stove on and burn the rice. All those things were annoying and a hassle. The rice cooker meant no more hassle, just meant lots of rice. I was converted about 4 years ago by my roommate, and I will never go back. Rice cooker forever. And this rice cooker is a beast. I think I've had it for maybe, I don't know, God, 5-6 years, and it's just amazing. My next favorite item under $100 is the kettle, and the kettle is a great thing. It's kind of silly, right? Something to boil water, but I use this all the time. I used to use like a whole gooseneck kettle, like fancy things for making coffee, but they would always rust, they would always burn, and they just weren't great. I prefer spending a little more money on the variable temperature thing of the kettle here. Don't spend $30 to $40 on the one that just boils water. Spend $80 on the one that goes the different temperatures. And here is a sneaky pro tip for using the kettle or boiling water. A lot of times when you make pasta, right? I know we're talking about making pasta on YouTube, but a lot of times when you make pasta and you want to eat it really fast, you have to boil the water. What you can actually do is you boil some water in the kettle, you boil half a pot of water in the pot, and then you combine them and you double your speed of making pasta. Isn't that amazing? If you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, I hope that pasta tip has made you subscribe right now, because it's really the best piece of information that I think I've ever given on my entire channel. And I used to be really into the whole snobbery around coffee and setting it to a perfect temperature, but if you want to preserve your coffee snobbery, if you want to preserve the perfect cup of coffee, which doesn't exist, you can actually set this thing to 200 degrees, which coffee snobs galore will say is the good temperature to set your boiling water for when you make coffee. And the kettle I use is the Cuisinart CPK 17. And again, none of these people are sponsoring me or anything like that. There will be affiliate links down below, but this is just a great kettle. I've had it for 2 or 3 years, and I had the $30, $40 ones before, but they would always break and I'd get rid of them. It's worth it, I think, to spend like $85 and get something a little nicer. My next favorite item under $100 is a Kindle. The Kindle holds thousands of books on something that is lighter than pretty much all books ever. All of the books sync to the cloud. This Kindle is waterproof, and you can kind of take it anywhere. Usually also my battery life lasts me like a month. The Kindle is a true game changer. I carry it with me everywhere. It's so nice to be able to travel, and if you read through a book, you can kind of have access to tons of books. Books are amazing things that can change the way you think, change the way you do pretty much everything. Books helped me get started on the internet. Books got me helped started doing all of this. Books on Kindle are usually actually cheaper than the books you buy from the store, the paperback. Cool thing you can do with Kindles is you can actually order a trial version to your Kindle. And when you order a trial version to your Kindle, you can read like a chapter or two and then decide whether you like that chapter or not. And I've probably saved at least the money it cost for this entire Kindle on kind of trying out a book and then realizing, I don't actually like it that much. And if you want to see my favorite books of all time and the favorite books I'm reading, I'll link down below, because I have a part of my website that kind of links all those books and shows where those books are. The next thing I want to talk about are portable chargers. And I actually have 2 that I've been using for a while, but recently I upgraded to one that is my favorite portable charger. And this is the Powerbank 45 watt PD 30,000 milliamp hour portable charger. And the great thing about this is it's powerful enough to not only charge my iPhone, not only charge my iPad, but it can charge my freaking computer also. Like literally, I was flying the other day and I had this charger there and my computer was running out of power, and I just plugged in this portable charger and charged my computer while flying. It is definitely one of the biggest improvements, the best things that I've had laying around like ever. So item number six of my favorite items under $100 is a chef's knife. And the knife I have here, let me try not to cut myself as I get it, is the Global G2 chef's knife. I would actually probably pay up to around $400 for a knife of this quality. I was recommended this knife by a chef friend about 8 years ago, and I've had it ever since. 8 years. I even bought a crappy $19 knife from Amazon just so no one would use my really nice fancy knife. So if friends come over and they want to help me cook, but really no one can help me, Master Chef Zach, cook around. So I give them that $19 knife and I get to chop in with this beast. So item number 7 are house shoes. And I love house shoes. I love these things. I actually have 2 pairs of this. I used to have 3, but I lost a pair. And I always have one here, and I always have one at my parents' house, just because I love them so much. And these are the LL Bean Wicked Good moccasins, and they got furriness on the inside, and they're just super comfy. And these moccasins are my best given gift. Whenever I give someone a gift of these moccasins, they, number 1, say they love it, and 2, they say they actually wear it. I don't know if that's true, but they say they actually wear it. Whenever it's cold around the house, I throw these on. Whenever I just want to walk and not my bare feet, I throw these on. Whenever I just have to walk around the house or my immediate kind of apartment, I throw these on. Please don't wear this outside your house though, or these style gods will frown down upon you. The next thing is a lavalier microphone, and I have a fancy microphone up here, but a lot of times when I'm recording my shots outside or when I'm just on the go, I kind of use this microphone all the time. And this microphone was the lavalier lapel microphone. I'll link it down below, and it cost me 39 bucks. And it's really great. I actually struggle sometimes to find the difference between this microphone and this microphone. It's that good. Item number 9 is kind of a combo item, and that's a notebook and pen. And my favorite notebook and pen are the Dingbat D500 8GY and also the Pilot Precise V5. And I really love these. Once I started using this combo, it made me like to write stuff in my journal again. It's just really nice to have something in front of you, especially if something feels crucial, especially if something feels really important that you don't want to forget. It's nice to have it physically in front of you. And I've tried the whole fountain pen thing. I've tried to refill it, but it was just a pain in the ass. I didn't really like the way they wrote either, and I would explode ink sometimes. I would lose the ink. I couldn't actually figure out how to refill the ink in the pen. It just wasn't worth it for me. And some things I use my notebook for are like daily journaling, a daily gratitude practice, priority planning, daily planning, weekly planning, my next videos that I'm gonna shoot, quick notes from like a Zoom call or a call I have, and just like doodling randomly. So if you've never been a notebook and a pen kind of person, I really would just buy one of these notebooks and buy a pen that you like to write in. You can't go wrong with this one. And just see how it feels to write. Just put it on your desk and just have the pen here, just leave it open, and then just leave it open and see. You'll see, I bet you'll start writing stuff in it, and it's nice. The number 10, the final item I want to talk about are socks. It really is great to have a good pair of quality socks, and these are my favorite ones, the Darn Tough socks. And it costs $26. I know what you're thinking, $26 for a pair of socks? That is ridiculous. Or is it ridiculous? I'm gonna read you the top review off of Amazon for a pair of these socks just to show you kind of what's going on. This is by Son of a Gun on October 22nd, 2017, and the title is $25 for a pair of socks, surely you jest. $25 for a pair of socks, surely you jest. Turns out, that's a bargain. And don't call me Shirley. Allow me to expound. I wear them year-round with any footwear, dress shoes, or sneakers, you bet. If anyone comments, I just dead stare them out and ask, and where were you on 9/11? For the record, I was a toddler, but they assume me not to be someone to be trifled with, and they move along. Warning. If you wear these socks, expect the following side effects. Increased confidence. 2 inches added to your height. Benching more weight. All male offspring. Chiseled jawline. Short, hard rock intros to play anytime you enter a room. And best of all, every time you put them on, somewhere in the world, a pair of Crocs melt. So what are you waiting for? Take out a second mortgage on your home and add these priceless beauties to your wardrobe. If that doesn't convince you the amazingness of a pair of socks, I don't know what does. Thank you to Son of a Gun for such an amazing review. Truly though, these are a really great pair of socks. I do buy maybe 1 or 2 a year and I just accumulate them. Eventually, I just want to have only darn tough socks. Now those 10 items are really 10 items that have changed my life, improved my life dramatically. And a lot of people always ask me, Zach, how did you record your videos? How did you edit your videos? And I've finally done it. I finally made a course showing you how I record and edit all my videos. I'm gonna show you how to edit videos professionally and how to produce, that means light, use a camera, use a microphone to make the best videos you possibly can. By the end of it, you'll know how to edit and record top quality YouTube videos. But why did I make this course? Well, when I was first starting out YouTube, it's nearly 2 years now, that's crazy. I didn't really see any courses that went from start to finish, how to record a YouTube video, upload it onto your computer, edit it, and then upload it onto YouTube. If someone starts this course from start to finish knowing nothing about Final Cut Pro, knowing nothing about using a camera, they will know how to make videos, top quality videos, and put them on YouTube by the end of the course. In 9 months, I went from 0 to 100,000 subscribers. So what do you get in this course? Well, there's a huge description on the course page, which I'll link down below, but really you get everything you need to edit a video from start to finish in Final Cut Pro. And then in my production course, you'll learn the professional camera settings, how to light your set. I'll show you what took me from being someone with 50 subscribers to being someone with now over 200,000 subscribers. I'll show you how I finally got noticed on YouTube. If you're interested in this course, click on the link down below and get started on becoming a next level YouTuber.